right, we're back, and it's time to go into our second series of the night, last one of the night for that matter, as we dive into the Seoul Dynasty versus the LA Valiant. Now, the Valiant, they have run some very close series against teams that you wouldn't have anticipated they'd be able to run close series against in the past. Can they do it again tonight versus the Dynasty, our second-place team from our last tournament cycle? We're going to find out now.
And in one of those map 5s, they actually beat the Chengdu Hunters, so, I mean, Valiant, sometimes, you know, they can just sneak it across, they can get that win. I think they've beaten Hunters a couple times now. Their first ever win this entire season, which broke their gigantic loss record back in Kickoff Clash that you and I casted, was actually versus the Hunters as well. But, you know, they took Charge, Fusion, all to 5. They took a map up with the Spark as well. Couldn't do anything versus Seoul. In fact, their record versus Seoul is currently on an 8-match loss streak. Seoul are in the lead in that matchup, 8 full games in a row. And the last time that Valiant have beaten Seoul was in 2018 May, back when Custer was still on this team. That's how long it's been since Valiant have beaten Seoul.
That's a deep cut, I suppose, but let's go ahead and take a look at the starting lineups, because, well, I didn't get to watch as closely as I would have liked for the last tournament cycle, but here's something that I always love to see, which is Profit out of the Brig and back into a DPS position. So he will be there alongside Fitz to start things off, and then we've got the newest member of Iris, or Iris.
Who's this?
Joining in, LR15,
New face
coming
the
in
team?
alongside of Vendame.
Ah, yes. ZP lives on. LR15 back in the squad. There he is. We saw creative debut for Houston earlier today. And the swap also means that Eris on the other end is now going to debut for the side of the Seoul Dynasty. His new team going to be playing some brilliant flex support. We saw some great stuff from Monk on the Ana. I'm expecting equal things from Eris on the Ana as well. Vendame possibly on the Brig, maybe a bit of Lucio. Stalker on the bench for now, but I'd be very curious to see what Seoul's plan for Stalker is in this tournament stage, given that, you know, part of the reason all three were playing for the Junker Queen meta was because they were kind of still waiting for Eris to get in, and Profit had already been integrated in the Brig. They didn't want to change anything. This team is the runner-up versus the Shanghai Dragons. They started out so well in the stage, nearly flawless, but then Shanghai came out ahead. Shanghai ended up being the more dominant team. The Seoul fell by the wayside. Smurf, I think, gets a bit of a redemption arc now as well, given that he was okay at the Junker Queen, but I don't think it was ever one of his super strong picks. He looked like he was struggling against Void in that matchup. But Seoul, they get to play Winston again. That has been their strongest comp and play style for the entire year. I mean, you remember Kickoff Clash, Mitzi's Madness, Smurf, Winston, Profit, Tracer. That's the combo.
Yeah, I mean, Smurf, of course, is just ever since he joined the league, has basically been touted as the best Winston player in the world. Was able to overtake Gushue and whatnot in that regard, and very much kind of pick up on the legacy of
saying he's even better than Gesture?
Gesture did invent the Eco Leap. But yeah, I would have to say it. But anyway, let's go ahead and take a look at our starting 5 for the side of the Valiant and see what they have brought before us, because we know that the player pool for this team is
Marvel's back.
Hey, okay, it's going to be Marvel, so we'll be seeing him alongside Easy Hana, Becky, Legza, and Molly.
Alrighty, so interesting thing about this is I don't know if Valiant will be starting out on Sombra today, because if they play Sombra, no, Hack is not in the team. Innovation will be the Sombra player. No D to start things out either. Possibly Valiant looking back towards a Tracer Genji, maybe an Echo, because it is Lijiang Tower. Echo could be played here as well. We'll see how their lineup changes as we progress through these several maps here, because I think they'll need to bring through a couple of different looks. The great thing about Marvel is he has some main tank picks and some off-tank picks as well. So we talk about the fact that you have to bring in a specialist for the Sigma. Well, Marvel's been playing Sigma his whole career, so that won't be an issue a little bit later on. We'll have to figure out how these players want to be piloting their specific heroes coming on through. I said maybe not going to be Sombra. Easy Han's got it hovered over, thinking about it.
All right. Well, as you can see right there, the stats people pulling off things that Avril's kind of already said. 8 wins in a row. And the last time they did face, it was a 3-0 victory for the side of the Dynasty. So the odds very much stacked against the Valiant. Let's see if in this new meta they can find some solid ground. Let's see if Marvel can maybe find some revenge on his team.
3 out of those 8 wins that Seoul have as a streak, 3 of them are 3-2s. Valiant,
There you
you know, they like their 3 and 2, so we'll see how far that goes. Becky is confirmed that he will be on the Sombra. So no innovation. Fitz on the Sombra is on. That's the other thing that we didn't talk about, right? Fitz gets to play a Sombra meta. He's often been the second best Sombra after Lip, which sounds like a diss, but really is a compliment.
Very true. I mean, if anyone who's seen what Lip can get done on that hero pick knows that it's definitely not a slide at him. Already though. Good contention here from the side of the Valiant, trying to hold a point. Valiant goes out, does manage to find 2. Marvel getting taken low, takes a nap, and gets taken down. Fitz able to pursue deep enough to get that elimination. Profit around the back, just trying to make sure they can deny this health pack away from them, and he's ready for the catch there onto Eichenwalde, but instead, whoop, turns the sights over onto the support. Recalls back here onto the point, and in the meantime, it's been good to clean up here from the side of the Valiant. The point has not been locked down by either team, and Profit has to make his exit, so that will be the Valiant gaining first control.
I think that might have been one of the rare mistakes from Profit as well, because had he not been forced to recall, he would have been able to run up, find a couple of frags, and eventually recall away to safety. Seoul are going to have to, like you sort of mentioned there, give up any control at that point. Valiant will get the first cap, 15% now and counting. Fitz barely ahead of Eichenwalde, but they will have this first EMP online. Molly, however, is far and far away ahead of Iris.
Oh, there's the stick. There's Molly gone. So as you say that, Iris now given a window of opportunity to try to catch up. Link's trying to make his way out to safety. Jump up through the window. Pursuit is there. Fitz joins in the fight. They will find the kill. Him, however, in the meantime, going to be taken down. EMP instantly popped there by Fitz in response to the dive forward here onto the point. They want to be able to get this flip right here, right now. They will be able to do so.
Just a solo EMP into Marvel, but they'll confirm the kill me. That's the fastest way you're going to get that guy down. And I was like, yeah, Molly's ahead of Ares, and Profit's like, yes, I know. It just goes in there and deals with them. So that means Valiant can play with that tool. That would have been incredible for the Valiant, by the way. A nano onto Marvel there with no response from Seoul.
Okay, EMP coming through. It's going to be a solo onto Smurf as well by the looks of things, but he's got the Primal Rage pop. The cleanup is coming through. Marvel about to get yeeted off the side of the map. Instead, it's just going to be his corpse that goes flying. And he ends up falling just a couple percentage shy, so hold on the point, gonna be there. Dynasty get ready to take the lead. Fitz on the hunt in the meantime.
And this is where we can set up the divers. So I'm actually not too sure what happened to Molly's nano there. Did it go into Linksa, who then dies? I'm not entirely sure. There's a bunch of stuff being played there by the Valiant that didn't eventuate to much at all. So nano to Smurf now.
Smurf gonna be taking a nap. But it looks like they're not gonna be able to get a punish. No one getting gathered around him to be able to find that kill. Profit going to be taken down, however. Nice hack coming through from Eichenwalde. They set up for the elimination. The web shot from Lijiang claiming the killing blow. Valiant in control for now. Dynasty still looking to try to flip this back into their favor, but especially with the Primal popped. Sleep does come through. They will put Marvel to bed for now. And that just allows them to safely make their exit back around towards the spawn. But Aim getting botched up there for just a little bit of a moment. Has a shield bash, takes himself out to safety. Profit rejoins the fight. Another pulse bomb at the ready. Becky instantly just trying to latch onto him. Track him down, and actually Profit, I believe he might have dashed straight into that Bionade. Gets clipped out midair. Great pick all the same. Fitz going low. Manages to stay alive, and the Dynasty likely going to have to wait.
I think Fitz actually got hacked in the middle of that play as well, but again, the hack only, I think 1.75 seconds, will still be able to get away. Losing Profit was the major loss for Seoul Dynasty there, forcing to reset, and now they have players. They have the ultimates as well. They should be the ones leading this fight. Fitz going in, could be an EMP, it is, and instantly delete Linksa.
Yeah, but at the same time, Eichenwalde, he manages to find Iris, and he doesn't even take it to the EMP to do so. He's got one, getting ready to come into the fight. Deep lobbing from Profit, does manage to find Molly once more, gets that elimination. Again, just seemingly having it magnetized toward the enemy Ana, but the cleanup is there from the side of the Valiant. Seoul Dynasty looking a bit disjointed. They have control of the point for now. The Primal can be popped. Smurf just trying to buy some time. But Valiant, if they get this flip, it is final fight territory here for the side of the Seoul Dynasty. They need to win this one out. The hack goes off. Dash back onto the mainland there from Eichenwalde. Keeps himself safe. Linksa just turns the corner. The whip shot takes out Profit. Iris going to be taken down as well. Thank you for the pulse bomb. Finds Iris. Vinheim now, the solo support, trying to keep them in this fight, but now Smurf is going to fall. They have no front line. He's going to have to try to make it out, but Vinheim falls, and that should be the Valiant taking Night Market.
There's just no one alive, and Seoul need to touch it. Fitz and Profit will go for this one, but they don't really have the HP. Fitz has to instantly back out, and now Profit has to go next. Profit even gets a nano. It will help him survive, but the rally is online for Valiant, and Rally has more backup as well. We have also nano, we have also Primal, and Valiant have so much to work through.
Yep, there's the anti onto Smurf. He's going to get stunned up there for just a moment as well. Take it low. The healing still not finding him. Profit again makes his way forward. Does manage to find the touch. Dynasty Can they clutch it out? Molly gonna fall. Prophet gives his life for the pick. Lengza still standing. Still the solo healer here to the side of the Valiant. Is Marvel getting focus fired and hacked out now? Iris comes around the back.
Solo winning.
Iris gonna be sent off the side of the map. Marvel, he stomps him out of there. Marvel, however, does end up falling. Becky, pulse bomb still in the back pocket. Easy Hunt takes his exit. EMP held at the ready just about. A lot of damage. The recall going to be used. Becky trying to stay alive, tucks into the corner, but Smurf is there. He's ready for it, and somehow, some way, the Dynasty managed to get this flip back, but can they close the map? It's going to be EMP versus EMP.
Oh my goodness, Valiant are going to be kicking themselves for not being able to finish that fight because they had it locked down. 3 ultimates, not going to be good enough. EMP dropping up the 2 supports, and they don't get anything.
It backfires. It completely backfires. They thought they had the dive. Marvel was there alongside of him, but Smurf was there for the peel. Got the punch into the wall. Shut down Easy Han. Now Lengza is dead. The OT bleeding away. And the Valiant are going to be kicking themselves for an eternity over this one because they had it in hand. They had the point. They had it in overtime with 3 ults to boot. And somehow, some way, they cannot close it out.
It's a Nano into Prophet that starts it out right. Well, Fitz actually touches first, has to translocate away, then Prophet goes for the secondary touch off the back of a Nano, meaning that he can't die. Very tanky Tracer. Soul come back with Smurf on a Doom, and we reset to a full 5v5. Molly ends up having to Nano Lengsa instead of Marvel because Lengsa was low HP. Lengsa lives for a very long time, but we have our POV on Lengsa. He is not able to be with the team on the point. He's rotating around the back end, ends up finding himself stuck between a bunch of Soul members, dying on the outside of the point, and then Valiant have no supports. From that point onwards, Seoul have everything in their pocket to be able to win that fight, and that's disregarding all the ultimates that Valiant had at the start of that. That should have been enough, but unfortunately wasn't.
Absolutely insane. You can only hope that the follow-up rounds here are going to deliver just as much action. Smurf already going to be the focus fire, but a lot of damage being pushed out here onto the Dynasty for Prophet. Does manage to find for his blood. Lengza going to be taking down somebody that was a thorn in his side there on Night Market for the longest time. Finds the kill, ends up dropping. Becky getting on top of him. Becky finding a second now as Iris will also be taken out of the fight. This is the cost of Marvel, however. The point unlocked. The Dynasty are looking to go ahead and effectively backcap this right now while the Valiant are distracted. They will go ahead, lock this down first and foremost with the Valiant close by.
Valiant are slowing down kills, so they need more. Molly's got another barrage of Bionade. So far hasn't ended up with kills. Becky was one that got both the kills of the Bionades last time, and now Seoul Dynasty slowly healing back up. Seoul Dynasty are still in this.
Oh, the pulse bomb going through. Smurf effectively dodges that one. Just cheating around the pillar, keeps himself safe for now, but with a sliver of HP, Becky is able to pursue forward. Finds the elimination all the same. Still in control of the point, however, are the Dynasty. They're still fighting back. Pulse bomb goes in. Becky again has Prophet's number. Just drills him with the pulse pistols, finds the elimination. Now Iris under fire as well, just trying to hold on the bridge. Pulls his way back, still falling low, drops that Bionade, keeps himself alive into the fight. In the meantime, there's just a little bit of delay going through. Smurf has that
no cap
popped over by the point, and the cap has not come through. They slept him for a moment, they woke him up. Takes a sleep out to safety. Maybe there's a moment here from the side of the Valley to be able to finally lock this one down, but no, Vinheim, he pulls the trigger, he drops the beat, shields up 3 players. EMP in response, Easy Han only able to get Prophet. The kill is not coming through off the back of it. It's effectively a map. Smurf, however, still going to end up falling as Becky is fragging out of his mind right now on this map.
That was probably the longest fight in the world as well, Kalios. And while that was happening, Seoul was 60% the entire way through. I don't know about you, but it felt like Seoul were kind of slowly losing the fight or had lost that fight for the entire way through, but they never let go of the point. They were clutching their way through. Easyhan's EMP even kind of whiffs. It's only on Prophet, like I said, but no kill. And finally, LA have this cap. Are they going to be able to stop Seoul Dynasty from rotating through this? Seoul Dynasty want to go to white. They're taking a lot of damage. They even ate a pulse bomb there, but they seem to be safe. We're waiting for Fitz to set up this EMP now. Needs to find the back line.
They kept Iris alive. Molly, the dive target, and it's effective, but it's traded. Becky, again, continues to find value. Comes up with an elimination. Iris out of the fight. Nano was used by his side. Molly going to be having it in the follow-up fight here. If the Valiant can win this one out, it's going to be a very big boon for them. The jump is available there from Smurf at the very last second to say he's safe, but he's got nowhere to go. Ends up dying. The Nano now going to be invested. Marvel looking for a target. Really effectively only Fitz, who will be able to make his exit. The Valiant, they hold firm.
Looks like it's enough. Yeah, it's a rare moment where you see a Winston juggling another Winston. There it is, and we'll even allow Easy to pick up that kill as well, allowing Easy to get a little bit closer towards the next EMP. Valiant at this stage have caught up. We're above 65 now for Valiant versus the 60 from Seoul, which is very important. So another close round. One where Valiant's ahead, but would not want to lose that lead once more.
It's going to be another
pressure on
EMP as
defensive
well
Smurf,
from
but they're okay. Yeah.
Pulse bomb at the ready. Profits goes wide. Slaps it there. The side of the banister.
Backline
EMP
down.
going to be invested. Vinheim dead. Smurf. The follow-up hack is there. They managed to find him. This is going to a third round by all accounts.
Wow, what's this? Wow, where is this coordination from Valiant coming from? This is like
I don't know.
seeming like a market improvement, and they just lost their head coach as well. This is actually kind of crazy. But can they finish this one off? There's going to be another touch coming on in. Vinheim emptied out, but alive for now. Seoul searching for that next EMP or any ultimate coming alive. Primal so close for Smurf.
If they can do it twice in a row, it would be catastrophic, you would imagine, to Valiant's mental. Right now they're playing so damn well. Primal at the ready. Smurf is going to be limit testing for now, seeing how low he can go before he's got to let this one loose. Now goes ahead, goes for the sleep dart, instantly greets somebody, instantly woken up. He dives into the back. He's just looking to isolate and kill off Molly. Knocks him into the backside. That Mega Pack is there to keep him alive for a little bit longer, but eventually the kill does come through. They still need more, however. The support's out of the fight. Flip getting ready to be there for the side of the Dynasty, but they're only starting at 60%, so the Valiant still have a fight to try to retake this.
While Molly was being taken down and solo by Smurf's Primal, Linksa goes down as well to the rest of the Seoul Dynasty, so no Smurf, no EMP, no Fitz rather, no EMP. The rest of the 4 members from Seoul, 1 onto Molly, 3 on the point, clutch it through and heading to a double 99. 2 back-to-back 99s.
Okay.
Fitz has found Translocator. Should be signaling to the team to find Easy Hunt if they can.
Somebody call.
Now he'll just destroy it.
Easy Hunt's okay.
Try to deny any exit from him. He makes his presence known now, just lobbing it over into White Room, and actually spy checks Fitz on the way back over to the point. The flip getting ready to be there. Halfway to it. EMP now going to get let loose. Becky instantly evaporates. Marvel, he's going to receive it. Pops the Primal as well to go alongside of it, but now they're down their DPS. Becky has been instrumental for them. Marvel finding one, but I don't think it's going to be enough, and somehow, some way, the Dynasty have actually managed it again. They win out that initial fight, take it to 60%, just tiptoeing in and out time and time again, but again, if Becky finds one as he falls, seems like that should be the hopes dwindling here. Yeah, the closeout will be there, and the Valiant will be able to take this first map, but good lord, what a fight put up from the side of the LA Valiant, making this an incredible effort, but they're unable to win a single round, so it's a 2-0 on Lijiang.
I mean, it's incredible is what it is. It's very impressive from the LA Valiant. But there's just a clutch factor towards the end there where Seoul Dynasty refuse to lose, and Valiant cannot seem to keep Seoul within their grasp. But you're kind of going fishing with your hands here, and just when you think you caught it, Seoul will slip away. Seoul Dynasty, though, you got to say, I mean, all the right kind of plays towards the end they're lining up, all the right kind of ultimates coming online as well. Becky slowing down his frags. He's got his Becky as well, had 16 final blows, which if you look at Prophet and Fitz combined, they only combined for 18. So Becky himself, one player, was 2 behind the Prophet's duo, which is such a ridiculous statement to make. LA Valiant have both times now accrued somewhat of a lead. Seoul Dynasty's opening 60% was a little criminal though, and that to me does also set the stage for how Gardens went. The fact that Seoul can clutch through, because they already had a 60% they had to work with before they could have worked with from earlier, they are able to clean up the rest of the 40% and put the Valiant to bed. So it's a back-to-back 99. Bit of a tragedy for the LA Valiant, and for Seoul, I think it's an expected win.
And unfortunately, I've been in this territory before, specifically with the Valiant, where I say if that's an indication of how the rest of this series is going to go, then I am on board, and then things have started to slip from there. However, the comms right now, the cohesion from the Valiant is looking like it's on a completely different level from what we've been seeing this whole season long. So I am excited to see how they bounce back, how they look to take the next map as we get ready to move into Eichenwalde. And if they can get that done, give us a series, that will be utterly fantastic. So we'll see if they can do it, or if the Dynasty are going to move up 2-0. Look for yet another 3-0 closeout over the Valiant when we come back from the break. And we're back. An exciting map one. If you guys blinked, you wouldn't have missed it because it was actually really long. We had back-to-back 99, so never mind on that one. But an incredible incredible start here to this series as the Valiant narrowly were able to lose the first map versus the Dynasty, but it looked for so long like they were going to be able to win it. But two incredible clutches on two different rounds. The Dynasty were able to take Lijiang Tower. Now we turn our sights over to Eichenwalde for Hybrid to see if the Valiant can bounce back.
And LA Valiant going to be trying to do that off the back of Sashin now as well for their hybrid mech of Eichenwalde. Jury's on what that means. I think D.Va is probably the play, if I'm going to be honest with you. We are now seeing more and more teams move towards the D.Va for Eichenwalde. We actually saw Shock do that even mid-season madness with Galuge. That would be my first and foremost guess. But I got to say, the really impressive thing about the Valiant so far is the ability to coordinate dives between Becky, Marvel, Easyhunt, and the rest was so beautiful to watch, especially on Gardens. Becky, in particular, was the only player across the board against all other players in the lobby who had 5 digits on hero damage done. Very aesthetically pleasing 1, 2, 3, 4, 7 amount of damage. That's 12,347, so not quite 12,345, which would have been perfect. But still the only player in 5 figures. Everybody else was on like 8 point something K or below, or 9 point something K or below. So very, very cool from Becky. I feel like we haven't seen that level of carry performance from him so far this season.
Yeah, that was... he's had his moments for sure. And we know that Becky is a very good player, but god damn, he was just incredible on that first map. So, like I said, I'm hoping that this will hold up and that we can continue. But we'll have to just wait and see.
I mean, the guy gapped Prophet by 4k damage and gapped Fitz by 5k damage. That really says everything. That should not ever happen. I don't think anyone would expect that Becky would be able to do that, but can he continue? And what else are we going to see on this particular map now as we head into, again, Eichenwalde, Sash and Zarya? So, I mean, I said D.Va, but I think D.Va is probably more appropriate for B. I think the Zarya does work on A and C in particular is probably where you want to see it. Smurf should probably just be on the Winston again. So the Smurf, Winston, Prophet, Tracer, Dive still a little bit too strong to ignore. Valiant got to play Easyhan on the Sojin. So Sombra is going to be taking a bit of a break for now, at least from Easyhan's POV. Fitz is going to stay.
All right. Initial very aggressive dive in from Becky, just seeing what damage she can find. There's the pop shot from Prophet. Let's get some information, hope for a stray pick. Not going to get one. We'll just swap back over to the Tracer now.
A lot of this will come down to Fitz's setup, so we'll have to see where he is. Fitz is University of the Silhouettes all the way in the back line. He is looking for supports. He's actually got eyes on Easyhunt. He's hacked out Easyhunt, and that's the first play dead.
Okay, well, there you go. The kill's going to be found. Fitz under a little bit of fire, but he's got the Translocator out. Got the Mega Pack, and he's well into the back lines now, so can also come in from an unexpected angle. As they now turn their sights over to Assassin. One of the bubbles now going to be popped. The Anti goes into the back end. Seemingly doesn't have the second bubble to try to cleanse it off.
Oh, Sasha lived.
Narrowly managed to stay alive, but they are pushed well enough back inside of the inn here. And it's already 2.5 ticks and some change there. Added to the point here for the Son of the Seoul Dynasty, who are just a few seconds away from being able to get this cap. Prophet finding some much-needed vengeance. Strikes down Becky. There's the pickup. It's going to be 5 minutes and 20 seconds now in the time bank as Easyhan will fall. Easyhan came back as a Reaper. He's going to swap that one again.
I think he might stay on the Reaper. I respect the Reaper pick because it plays well to Smurf and the overall die. Probably not as well. Obviously, it's one of those classic, not quite counters, but one of those, well, I was going to speaking towards the Sombra here. Not a Sombra counter, but something that can survive against EMPs and hacks quite well. So they're going to stay on that. The only thing that they're missing is the Lucio. You want the Lucio to speed both Easyhan's Reaper sessions. Zarya in, but Lynx is 78% towards the rally, so you're not going to be changing off that anytime soon. Soul, though, very much in control. Nearly 5 ultimates on board. Nearly spy check there. Fitz is going to have to reset up for that high ground dive in the EMP. So once Fitz is in position with the EMP, you need to see Smurf get in position for the dive as well. Becky lobs the pulse.
Prophet's already there. EMP goes out, catches both the support. Sasha somehow actually able to avoid that one pulse bomb. It's going to be lobbed down onto the ground. Molly will eventually fall, so they do find a kill off the back of that one. His dying breath threw out the nano onto Sasha, but Sasha was retreating, so doesn't manage to really find any value from it.
Now we're diving again. Another hack set up. Did he get the hack? He might have missed the hack, but in any case, the damage was there.
Stays alive. They'll find a follow-up pick, but just continue to zone the Valiant back across the opposite side of the bridge. Primal at the ready. The rally is well ready to roll. The grab here from Sashin needs to be big, and they need to find the follow-up damage. The Reaper can be good for that. Grab goes out.
Gets Prophet as well.
Smurf. Yep, the anti is there. Prophet, the first one to fall. And even with that Primal pop, Smurf gets absolutely assassinated. Great focus firing there from the side of the Valiant. And now they will just go ahead and look to shove back the Dynasty, find as many stagger kills as they possibly can, with Molly cleaning up the last two.
I'm gonna say as well, Molly was the primary reason why Smurf got burned even through the Primal, because he waited out for the bubble. Once that was gone, he landed at Bionated. Becky will also find another kill in the extremity on top of Fitz just to slow down Soul Dynasty even further. It's
swapping it up.
Great. It's a good stagger, but also just a brilliant team fight win, because I think Sashin wasn't expecting to get more than one in the grab. The fact that Prophet entered the grab, just I think on the very edge of the range, that's huge for the Valiant, because it's a 2-for-1 that is a bonus for them.
Becky just keeping tabs here on Prophet. It's out for blood.
Should be Death Blossom play here. Death Blossom plus Bubble. And Eichenwalde would love to set up on high ground. Trying to figure out where he is. Okay, he has been spotted, but he is on the bridge as well.
Zone back for now. Ult's at the ready. The pulse bomb from Becky as well. Could be a big opener. Prophet holds another one. Can he get the stick this time?
High ground if he wants to.
We'll have to just wait and see. So at some point, they're going to have to try to contest this one into the back line. There's the stick. Eichenwalde taking out the Death Blossom. Not going to be seen in this fight. Apparently not. He ends up falling. The EMP's still going to be committed to this one just to make sure they can finish this cap here onto B. Still 3 meters left to go. Sashin throwing out that right click at point blank range and ends up offing himself, and there's the cap.
That's a disappointing line of events for the LA Valiant. They should not have been second to that fight. I mean, they had the initial setup. Cool kill onto Fitz now, but the fight you needed to win was the previous one where you got to get this Death Blossom underway. And it seemed like Eichenwalde was taking a bit of damage on the bridge. They were just slow to set up where the Death Blossom was going to play from. And eventually Seoul the ones actually dive in, and somehow Eichenwalde dies to a pulse. No rate for
bubble,
a Reaper should really never really... Yeah, you have so many ways to not die to a pulse. That's crazy to me.
Well, it happened. Anti out on him as well. There's the shift. Drops down, just trying to stay alive. Heals being pumped here over towards him. Continues to just hold the staircase, keeping this cart locked into position for now. Dives in, goes into the back line. The Death Blossom, however, not going to find too much value. Takes them low, but the follow-up just is not there. And it looks a bit more uncoordinated compared to what we just saw from the Valiant in the first map.
They're desperate. They're very desperate to get a Death Blossom off, and Seoul know it. And so as soon as the TP comes in, Seoul are already backing out. Vindame speeds the team out, and no one dies to the Death Blossom. So perfect counterplay there. And now Prophet's diving in the back. Look at Seoul, they're on 5 ults here. An EMP into 5 ults, and they can cap from here.
Yep, there's the rally rolling. Prophet would love to get that pulse bomb stick there. Onto legs, that grab now going to be used. Does manage to find Smurf. The beat's going to be dropped in. Prophet finds Eichenwalde. They take him out and sleep onto Becky as well as the pulse on Molly. And the cleanup comes through. The cart now rounding the final corner. Legs are the only one standing, just waiting for his comrades to rejoin him so they can have a last-second Hail Mary attempt to lock this cart into position, but somebody's got to get the touch. It is there. Eichenwalde getting it for just a brief little moment. Becky now joining in, but Vindame chases forward. There's an anti out onto 2 members of the pulse bomb there from Becky. Does not find a stick, does not find a kill. Sashin rejoins, nanoed up now on the Diva. Just trying to hold the front line down. Smurf falling low, has to make his exit, jumps out into the back, but Sashin pursues forward. Eichenwalde swapped over onto the Ash as well. Does manage to find that kill, plus gets Vindame to boot. And the Reaper be damned, the Ash now starting to find an immense amount of value here from the side of the Valley. They will, in fact, be able to hold this off.
Well, that's 4v5 as well, by the way. That was, who was it? Eichenwalde dying straight away, comes back on an Ash, already on 53% after dying really late. And the LA Valley was Sashin fresh on a Diva on 60 as well. Like, what a defense from the LA Valley on low numbers as well. Fitz just trying. I don't think Fitz was trying to achieve too much there, except for just go for ult charge. So probably didn't need to die, but he was very committed just to do max damage for an ult charge. They want to finish this off with an EMP at this stage. Seoul know they're gonna have to play for OT. They're not getting any time bank on this point anymore. They're gonna go for the OT 0-second play with all ults back on the line again. Smurf fresh on his Rosaria. Sashin also moving back onto the Zarya as well.
Vindame just getting clipped by that. Pulse bomb there from Becky. See how he fares this time around as Prophet threatens the back line. Shows face for just a moment, then makes his exit. Fitz under fire. Just managed to stay alive. Got himself out.
Can they wait for
21% away from that EMP.
Because the problem is, Eris is on Nano. So can they actually wait for Fitzy, or do they just go with Nano?
They might just have to pull the trigger on this one. 25 seconds remaining. Hack is there. They're looking for Becky. Manages to get the recall off. Him almost falls. He himself nearly has that ult ready to go. Easy Hunt going to be taken down. The Bob just around the corner. He's going to be holding the cart in place for them for now. Sasha having swapped back over onto the Zarya. Just trying to be a real threat. EMP comes through, gets the hack onto Sasha. They take him down. Easy Hunt now.
There's a beat as well.
Desperate swap, goes for the Widowmaker. Needs to start clicking some heads, and he gets one already. Takes out Prophet. Does he have more? Smurf kicking it up there on the floor. The sound barrier comes in. There's just not much more that a Widowmaker can do in this position. The touch needs to be there. It's Becky. He goes down to a sliver of HP. Recalls out to safety. 0.65 meters left to go.
Smurf's grab.
With the grab, nearly ready to roll. He lets it loose. Gets the lockdown there on Sasha. They try to heal him up, but it's just not going to be enough. And him finds the kill. Langza and Becky ducking and diving around the cart. They keep this thing contested for now. The focus fire just not quite there. It's just not good enough to find the Olymps. But as I say, that fits. We'll finally get the finishing blow there onto the enemy Brigida. Now Molly and Easy Han both dead. The cap comes in, and it is an OT as you say. But damn, did the Dynasty have to work for this final point?
I think you just repeat that same line of commentary for all of our open Lijiang as well. Maybe just repeat that line of commentary for the rest of the series, because I think that's just going to be how it is. Seoul might legitimately win 3-0 today while being pushed to the brink. Like the literal brink. You'll see a 3-0 on the scoreline. All the people in NA will wake up and be like, yeah, it's just a simple Seoul 3-0 win versus Valiant, without realizing how much of a sweat fest that was for Seoul. And right now, that final attack, that was maximum effort from Seoul. Legitimately being pushed to the brink with a 4v5 clutch from the Valiant. What is even going on there? But Seoul, they know they have time to play through. They know they have one more round of ultimates to still get. Fitz desperate to find that EMP. Seoul even trusting that they'll get the EMP within a firm amount of time. Just play the Nano first. Like I said, did they even really have time to wait for the EMP? No. 30 seconds remaining. I think it was even 25. Walk forward. Smurf received Nano. Start getting some work done. Fitz will find the EMP in the middle of the fight. He does, and then the rest of the ults start flowing through as well, including the sound barrier. Just have to be a little bit patient for the Bob. I actually wouldn't have minded if they played aggressively versus the Bob and slept the Bob and hacked the Bob, which all removes the Bob from play. But they wanted to be patient there, just regroup a little bit, then walk forward, use sound barrier to win for the LA Valiant. Lack the damage towards the end to get too much more done. Easy on the Cassidy, not going to be enough damage, sadly.
It's just some minor mistakes, it feels like, for being made by the Valiant. They're making things a little bit more difficult for themselves than it needs to be. And if they shore up those weaknesses, those mistakes that are happening, perhaps they could actually be walking away with the wins on Lijiang Tower, with a win here, a successful hold on point B.
Well, that's the one I was going to say, actually. I think they got more than they bargained for C. They probably shouldn't have been able to win that 4v5. But the fight that really cost them was the one defending B with the Reaper Death Blossom that never happened. I mean, there's just so much deliberation and brainstorming of like, what are we meant to do here? And they just never did anything with it. That was the
there's also the follow-up. There's also the follow-up where Easy Han says, okay, I'm going to go Death Blossom. There's no follow-up, and then 2 seconds after he dies, Sasha has a grab. And they could have just coupled them together. So just a couple just minor mistakes that could have led to a much different result here for the Valiant. We'll see how they fare, though, on the attack. There's already a minute about to be gone. Sasha trying to build up his energy, and he does so very quickly. Now at 90, the bubble just keeping him protected for now. Pulse bomb already built up, used by Becky, but doesn't find anything. Sasha burns the second bubble, just trying to keep himself alive. The anti greets him on the back end of it. Binheim finds the kill. Prophet lobs in the pulse, not going to get anything. He turns his sights up to Easy Han, who does end up falling to Smurf's hand. The first volley, the first wave will be shut down, so the Dynasty holds firm.
I don't even know when, again, I don't know when Molly's Nano went. I don't know if it's just the new UI thing that looks a bit whack, but maybe it went to Sash and Sash just instantly died. I don't know if it's questionable. It's just, it's hard to, without the blue flashing health bar, I have no idea where that Nano went, but in either case, it's just gone. Molly burned the Nano somewhere, nowhere to be found. Now it's Eris' turn on the next approach, and a lot more ultimates for Seoul Dynasty about to come online, so this defense is now really underway in the LA Valiant. Desperate to find something of their own. Could be Pulse and Grab combo together. Those are about to come online at the same time.
It's going so very low, but Smurf says, okay, let me just go ahead and split the team apart, draw some attention to myself, dives forward, gets the Nano, holds onto the Primal in case he needs a bailout. Becky threatening the point in the meantime. Pulse bomb again at the ready, just continues to lap Prophet in that regard. He's finding an immense amount of value, immense amount of damage. Grab at the ready.
Molly.
Sasha falling low. Molly so low as well. And Eichenwalde going to falls. They're still going to commit the ult to the fight. However, the grab goes in. Vinheim stuck in the corner, but there's just no one there to follow up. Sasha just getting way too trigger happy. Lets it loose, and that is one of their biggest engaged tools gone.
I mean, it's just one of those kind of martyrdom moments where Sasha's going to drop something in as he dies, hoping that his team can capitalize on it. And Vinheim holds up his shield and smiles as he waits for the grab to go away, and he lives in Seoul Dynasty, happy to continue holding forward. So 110 left. Valiant at risk of being full held here. Molly gets a brilliant kill though, so it's a 5v4. Let's see what happens. Possibility.
Winnable position here. Smurf under an immense amount of power.
Molly with 2.
Immense amount of threat, and yeah, Molly comes up with yet another one. Vinheim going to be taken out of the fight. Smurf top back up and out with Iris dead. That should be the cap coming in. Smurf just making his exit. He knows that this one's done and dusted.
Wow. Can't believe that Molly ended up being the player to get it done there, but the double kill for Molly.
After we were criticizing his nanos.
Onto well, I thought his nano... Again, I don't know where his nanos are going, so it's hard for me to really speak on it. It's all just flashing away a bit too quickly, but here we go. We'll take a look at Molly now. Here's another nano available.
Criticizing. I won't slander you.
I was more so just confused, and there we go. Prophet's not feeling happy about Molly, so just take him out.
Yeah. He gets the kill.
It's another one of those,
Becky.
Hey, Molly's a problem. Prophet's like, yes, I know.
Yep, yet again. Well, Iris as well, a bit of an issue that Eichenwalde has dealt with. And he gets Vinheim as well. 2 rails, 2 supports dead. Eichenwalde is having a whale of a time.
This is how you catch up. I mean, LA are behind significantly from losing so much of that time back on A, and they need a really good B now to finish the map. And look, obviously a Valiant finish, they're not going to have anything on time bank either. That's not the hope. They're hoping to just get anything at all.
Okay. Fitz, taken down by Eichenwalde, but the sleep is there. Iris getting some revenge, has a little bit of backup. It's both supports trying to deal with him, but actually somehow Eichenwalde makes it out with his life intact. It's a little bit of HP, but still standing. Gets healed up, rejoins the fight.
That's so sick. I remember Iris doing that. Week 1, Houston versus Dallas. Creative had a lot of those plays as well, but in either case, 2 great Arna teams on their new homes, finding value. Seoul Dynasty sitting on 3, nearly 5 ultimates, 2 more coming online in a hot second. Payload distance is very far at the stage, but slipped. And
yeah. And the rest of the team just shifted away. They knew that he was a goner. They tried to take the fight elsewhere. Try to go ahead and get on top of these supports. The Primal does come in. Yeah, onto the Pulse Bomb. Prophet not going to be able to find any value there. Smurf does find Langza, however, and that certainly gums up the works for the side of the Valiants to try to continue this push. Another sleep coming through, this time from Iris. Does find Sashin. Shutting down the mech. Smurf, however, still does fall. It's not enough to bail him out.
Molly's had some great sleep so far. I mean, he's getting kills. He's sleeping Fitz, he's sleeping Smurf. Both of those end up in kills. I mean, this guy's really doing some real work at the moment. Vinheim under pressure. He's out of position as well.
Oh, God. Fitz is so far forward with this overclock. He's on the low ground. And he just gets torn to shreds.
Vinheim's still a 90. He's still trying to catch up to this team. He's just going to have to take a fall.
Yeah,
that's the problem, right? He pops Rally solo, but he's in the middle of nowhere. So Valiant are like, instead of chasing, we're just going to leave him be. Leave Vinheim be, and Vinheim's rally does not help us. It was literally a solo rally. And then Seoul get cleaned up 4v5.
Well, certainly some question marks here as Prophet is just dead off the rip once more. Eichenwalde coming up big now. The overclock about to be at the ready. Bomb into the back line. Shield is raised. Vinheim blocks that for the rest of the squad as they tuck around the corner. But Smurf, in the meantime, left out the dry, and he's not going to be allowed to escape. Eichenwalde with the rail. Tags him. Gets that kill. Now Iris going to be dead, and the Valiant are just storming their way to the castle. A minute and a half, but it's looking like they should be able to finish this one with time in the bank.
With a pulse bomb as well, this could get deadly. I mean, Beck can just pulse out of spawn. Seoul more than likely going to have to eat that. Sashin's starting to do some real work on this D.Va as well, just putting the pain on. Really ruining Iris' gameplay. Looking for that next nano, which will be online soon. Soul still have ultimates to play through. If Smurf can find this prime, it would be really good. Prophet on 1 HP but lives.
Okay, Pulse not going to connect. The rally rolling it off screen now. Langza just trying to keep everybody alive. Another Pulse eat. Sashin comes up with the second one.
Nah, he got it.
Cannot find Valiant. Oh, okay.
Prophet got the kill.
Yep, just you, I think. Never mind. It's all good.
It
happens
just
sometimes.
Overwatch Bailey, you know how it is.
Yep, just going to be broken out of the mech. Eichenwalde does manage to find one. I was going to say, Sashin, you are a god. Shades of Fury being shown, but does still get that elimination all the same. And they will finally stop this cart 0.91 meters away. The good news here for the side of the Dynasty is that no matter what, they will have time if this goes to extra innings. But now they are playing for the win. They've got 3 ults to boot.
I feel like what's going to happen is we're going to get to 66.82, which is like less than 1 meter away from cap. That's going to be it. Seoul finished the whole, because they have 3 ultimates, by the way. And then for Valiant, it'll once again be, wow, they were so close, literally less than a meter away.
Yeah, it could be. This EMP can certainly turn the tides.
I mean, it's Primal and Nano. The staying power for Smurf, you got to get a full wave of respawns off Nano and Primal alone.
Oh boy, well, that might just be the nail in the coffin right there. 2 quick kills. Becky, recalled, needs to do some serious work. Sasha going to be hacked out for the moment. Self-destruct nearly available.
Now that one was
is a need. He's got another one. The self-destruct going to be burned, dropped down off the high ground. Prophet dodges the explosion, and the hold is there. 66.82. Like you said, less than a meter away. The Valiant just unfortunately cannot close it out. They cannot take this to overtime. It was a fantastic push initially through the castle. They had a decent amount of time to work with. They were storming their way in. They got all the way up to 0.96 meters away, and then it couldn't go any further.
This team is the literal definition of so close yet so far away. And the problem is, the reason why it's heartbreaking, and again, there's something you and I already spoke about, but we know, everyone knows, that the LA Valiant from 2021 would never come close to any team doing this, right? Yeah. So the fact that the new LA Valiant in 2022, with all the problems that they had with No Hill departing this stage as well, they can still play Seoul Dynasty, one of the top teams in the region, this close, is phenomenal. Yeah. But it's not enough to get a win so far.
No, it's not. Well, Route 66 is coming up next. If the Valiant want to put a win on the board, they have to do it right there. But even if it does not happen, this is one of those things. Tell your friends when they wake up and they say, oh, you know, I didn't want to watch the games last night, you know, whatever. Dynasty versus Valiant, I saw they 3-0'd them. No, it's not what happened. It's one of those score lines that right now is not telling the story of this series, because the Valiant are playing incredibly well at times. It's just these minor mistakes, these crazy clutches from the Dynasty that are stopping them from being able to get across the line, to be able to put those map wins on the board. We'll see if they can right the ship, fix things up as we get ready to go into Route 66, or if it will just be that 3-0 closeout here from the Dynasty. Either way, I'm not expecting it to be an easy time. We'll see what happens, though, when we come back for the break, so don't go anywhere. A 2-0 lead for the side of the Dynasty, but not one that we would have anticipated. The Valiant are fighting tooth and nail to try to get themselves a map win. So far, it just hasn't worked out. The question is, Route 66, can that be the difference maker? I have no idea, because this is not what I expected.
I'll tell you what's going to happen. We're going to go to...
Go ahead.
Actually, you know what? The scoreline's going to be 4-3. We're actually going to go fully in the time. Both teams are going to cap out, which probably isn't possible, but I'm just going to go as wacky as possible. And then, and then
I thought you meant 4-3 in the
Valiant...
series score.
Oh no!
So
yeah.
we're playing a best of 7
We're gonna
now.
we're gonna get a bunch of draws in here and get to 4-3 correct. No, 4-3 on Route 66, and then on the final push, Valiant's about to cap and win the map, and then for whatever reason, Youngjin steps off the payload and they lose.
Oh, poor Youngjin. He's still that one will forever haunt.
You weren't here, but we had an ultra egregious C9 from Guangzhou Charge, I think versus Philly on Midtown, where both Jimmy and Choi Si-won just stepped off the payload in overtime together at the same time they double Youngjin, and they just both stepped off and it was over. And I'm just there like, oh, whoops, they C9, like, okay. Just both stepped off.
Well,
no reason.
Good thing I wasn't.
Fusion wasn't even like pressure. Nothing. That is just like two fellas, both stepping into the abyss together, holding hands. That was it.
Two bros leaving the cart together. Well, it happens. I'm glad I wasn't there, or else
find you a bro to step
to
off the payload with you.
Get my retinas removed, but here we go. The attack. Valiant electing to go on the assault first, and they did look pretty damn good on that attack for a good little while there on Eichenwalde, so maybe they can recreate a little bit of that magic and then close it out. Smurf getting tagged low, pulls back around the big Earl side for now. Self-safe. Just be a bit of an ult battery here for Iris, who is, doubling right now what Molly's got.
So, the Zarya is interesting because you will have a lot of trouble attacking big Earls, and Smurf will just do his best job of jumping up and down from that. I think the goal for the Valiant is to try to shove this payload forward and kind of force the Seoul Dynasty down towards you so you can fight them properly on the ground. And Smurf can eat a whole bio and just doesn't care because no one can really push him.
Yeah. Just looks to go ahead, hold this high ground. Lings a low. Anti on a Sashin only. He cleanses that one off with a bubble. Nothing too threatening yet. Becky and Prophet just trying to go toe-to-toe, but Becky's going to be first on the pulse. Yeah, has it, instantly lets it loose. Not going to find any kills, though. There's no opening to be found. Prophet now. His at the ready. Could be the difference maker. Throws it. Nothing. No damage even found. Not a lick of it.
Now it's Nanos. Smurf gets the first one. Molly trying to respond, but Tim's off.
That he is.
Good sleep at least.
Taking a nap. Molly going to be taken down, so Nano just going to have to be held here for the next fight. Smurf continuing to try to pressure out, just diving around the sides of the barrier here. Plays around the grenade, finds Easy Hunt. That will be the initial shutdowns. They get close, but no cigar, and it's going to be half the time out of the time bank now.
Hey, Prophet, Molly's about to get Nano. You need to shut him down. Yes, I know. Does it again. Yep. 3 out of 3 maps now.
We'll see if he can stop the Nano again.
Primal time as well, and then it's Sash and Grab. So, Grab Pulse is about to be online. Becky's building up these pulses pretty damn quick. Actually, Becky's built it way quicker than Prophet. Look at that difference.
That's a shot. Nice one from Fitz. Becky popping the recall.
That's actually a very well-timed kill by Fitz as well, because it ruins the tempo of LA Valiant. LA are about to push in with ultimates, and then that shot comes through.
A huge change in the pace, but all the same, 5 ults about to be online here for the side of the Valiant, 4 for the Dynasty.
Again!
Becky dead, Fitz does it again.
Going somewhere?
Incredible shutdowns here from Fitz.
Nano boost is charging.
Can you do it 3 for 3?
If it fits, LA Valiant sits.
In their grave.
Yep. Sit down, as Carpe would used to say. Alright, 5 ultimates for Valiant now. This is taking a long time for Valiant to get anything done, but Fitz has been a bit of a problem. Nano clock.
I mean, it's been a whole minute of trying to reset.
Oh my god!
Fitz. He gets Molly off the rip. Easy Hunt, however, with his own overclock, will get Fitz. Prophet finding one back. Pulse Bomb not going to get a follow-up kill. Down low. Smurf pops the Primal. Prophet out of the fight now. It's Smurf all on his lonesome. Fitz trying to rejoin. He's looking for this elimination. Will be able to get Easy Hunt. cart inching forward, grabs that mini pack. Looks to go back over and try to keep this contest going, perhaps. Couple meters left to go. There's the jump forward. The bubble comes down to keep himself protected as much as possible. Pulse bomb out from Becky just to try to finish the job. Langza will already have the kill. 2 meters left to go. They're pushing forward. The contest comes in once more. It's just the Dynasty throwing bodies right now at this cart, trying to keep it locked in place. Fitz going to be able to find one. Langza gone. Pressure being applied.
God, the healing is so good.
Trying to flush them out, but it's not going to be enough. Fitz slept, however. That will waste out the nano as they look for this kill. They wake him back up. The cart inches forward. Yeah, they will be able to close this one out. It's not going to be a full hold, but it's not going to be a pretty time bank either. 2.5 minutes. They need to storm through this second point.
That was nearly a clutch from Seoul Dynasty on the final push, sorry, on the final defense as well. Considering that Fitz was kind of in this 1v1 versus Sash, you see the damage Sash is putting out there, but Fitz is being heavily pocketed by Eris, who just continually doesn't miss a shot, keep Fitz alive, then distributes the nano onto him.
And Smurf's dead.
Well, that's actually
great tag damage. Smurf tries to get out. Becky's good for the chase.
It's going to cost Seoul Dynasty quite a bit of time there on the defense to try and get regrouped together. LA Valiant will enjoy the free push for now as Eichenwalde moves towards finding this overclock. Fitz is looking for that shot again, nearly got it actually.
Fitz is kind of ignoring the damage coming in from behind.
Right,
stays safe, but doesn't get too much done. Yeah, overclock at the ready. Eichenwalde down to a sliver, stays alive. Prophet pulse bomb about to be up. Can this one find
there as well.
A target? There's the overclock. Nancy goes out to the Eichenwalde. 8 goes down, however. This man's still to find Eris, and he's still going to be alive. Jumps up over the top. The headshot is great. Finds Fitz, and I said they needed the storm through the second point, and they are doing just that. About a minute lost, and they are nearly capping now.
The Bionade
like not done.
Seemed like Eichenwalde maybe would have been, you know, forced off because of the Bionade, but yeah, he was flying drops in the nade, as you say, disrupt the field, and that is able to, I think that gets buffed by the nano as well, right? So just the damage output of it is enough to take down Eris, and well, the rail's as good as ever with the nano in tow. So we actually have a cap. This is really good distance from Valiant. They still have a reasonable amount of time left for cap as well.
Yeah. Big Bang combo back on the menu as well. Becky just 6% shy. Sashin can find 1-2 targets. It's going to be an immense amount of value here for the Valiant. Really break open the final stretch as we go into the garage.
Has to be Grab and Bionade as well, so they have to kind of play around Smurf's one bubble here.
Sure.
With Nano coming online, Rally and Primal, Smurf being the primary target of that grab, I don't think anyone's really going to die in the grab with that.
There it is. Okay, go for Smurf. The Nano comes out in response. Fitz already going to be taken down, however, but the grab is not going to be enough to lead to Smurf's demise. Primal now going to be popped as the anti-connects onto him. 100 energy, though, for Sasha. Still very much a threat in the fight. Smurf knows that. He's trying to make his way out to safety. Plays up here onto the high ground, leaps over to the side. The bubble coming down, trying to break line of sight. Will be able to stay alive, so really great movement here from Smurf. It's now the overclock from Fitz, just layering him in, and Prophet, well, he's been missing a lot of the pulse bombs here today, but it's a 2-for-1 special when he needs it the most. Molly and Eichenwalde both going to be taken down. Fitz finds some value as well, but that's everything just about thrown at this, so it's going to be a rally versus a nano.
Yeah, it's also, by the way, Smurf living and just being able to help the team in another dive supporting Prophet and Fitz. It's just sort of a case where, like, you know, as I say, the grab will come through, Smurf will be the target, but at the end of the day, with so much support ultimates and Smurf getting pocketed, he's also just darting around the high ground. You can see from the LOS, of the POV rather, of Sashin, just can't get a look at Smurf at all. Now the rally coming in.
For the dive. They're trying to find the dive there on Alengza. Can't get the kill. Molly just kiting back. Nano now going to be invested. Goes on to Alengza, trying to keep him alive. Molly ends up losing his life. Alengza does manage to put used to it. Finds 1 kill. Meanwhile, the cart, Becky running from the back, just trying to pull attention. It's working a treat. Eichenwalde, however, now going to be antied out. The bubble goes forward. They go ahead, cleanse that one off. Good from Sashin to keep him alive. Real shot at the ready. He's just trying to break this bubble. Trying to find a target. So far, they're all eluding him. 17 seconds remaining. The Valiant, can they get the final push?
Well, Dynasty have ults online again, so this is the problem, is that as Valiant walk on up, they don't even have grab yet. We're looking at another Nano, another Primal. Smurf just has no deaths, by the way, because, well, he has some deaths, but in this point, he just hasn't really died. Doing God's work, staying up, keeping the Seoul Dynasty alive, and Sashin taken down to half HP, but not quite down.
Becky was there, had the touch, forced out the OT. Pulse v Pulse at the ready. Nano going to be used. Goes over to Smurf. Sashin, the first one to fall. The grab not going to be able to be popped here. Great sleep dart does come in. Molly shutting down the rest of that primal rage, but Iris is really starting to do some serious work. Finds the second kill. Now with Becky out of the fight. The pulse bombs, they do not matter. Prophet lets it loose, then just turns the pistols over towards Eichenwalde. Finds the second kill. And once more, shades of Eichenwalde being shown. Is the Valiant that gets so damn close. 68.8 something meters. Locked in for themselves, but they cannot get the finish.
Now let me paint you a picture. On Seoul's attack,
Please do.
they get to see. Let's take a look at first of all. Let's take a look at the double kill from Prophet again. This looks pretty sick. Oh, good stack. There's 3 players in this room. Smurf body blocks them as well. So cool.
Becky just getting the hell out of dodge. Paint me a picture.
Seoul Dynasty are going to eventually get to see. Time will fully run out. It's gonna be OT. It's gonna be die straight. It's gonna be. I'm gonna say it's Fitz and Smurf alive. Only 2 players alive. And then they nearly don't cap, and Valiant about to get there, but then Smurf pops a primal and just boops 1 player off, and they cap in the OT with 2 players left when they should have lost. And then we'll sit here again and say, man, it was just so close with Valiant. It was just so close. Just 1 boop. 1 boop and they cap.
Well, it's vivid. I can see it in my head. So, thank you, Bob Ross. I appreciate it. I will hang that painting on my wall.
It's a happy little accident for LA Valiant. 3
not
happy
so happy
accidents in a row.
I think the Dynasty have had a lot of happy accidents as they accidentally have won so many fights.
I don't know that they've accidentally won so many fights. I think they earned all of those.
No, I know. I don't mean to discredit.
Alright, Fitz is on Sombra for the attack. Interested in where Fitz has gone for now, because last time he got to the back line, deleted Eichenwalde, and that's how they kept Eichenwalde A instantly. Well, not instantly, but that's how they got it eventually done.
Okay, there it is. He's looking for it. The bubble comes in, but this time it's going to be Langsam. Who ends up getting dropped. The follow-up hack is there. Eichenwalde seemingly doesn't know exactly where he's at. Just running into the wall.
Smurf as well.
Yeah.
That's unfortunate.
Well. It's a quick closeout.
Eichenwalde broke, Smurf woke. That's what that was. And it might not have been an Eichenwalde down early, but it was still a kill onto Lengsa from Fitz setting up a dive. And is this a free cap? I don't even think LA Valley can touch. No. Not barely.
Okay. Becky's
no
there
one
for
else
just
here,
a moment,
though.
but
It's just
that's
Becky.
it.
It's just Becky.
Yeah, it's just Becky. Well. Half a second burned. He doesn't die for it. He's going to have the pulse bomb ahead of Prophet by a decent margin. I say that. Prophet just instantly gains 12%, so maybe not. Pulse bomb used by Becky off screen as we watch for Fitz on his setup.
Look at the Nano for Eris as well. That'll be the first ultimate online. So they can set up a dive with Nano Smurf. Oh, Fitz has got Molly. Yeah, this will be the dive for sure. He'll be pinging out Molly saying, over here, fellas.
Okay, they're looking for it. Nade goes down. Dart not going to connect. It's able to exit before that. Becky does get Prophet. Nice little cleanup kill. Eichenwalde.
How Valiant turned this
finds
around.
Venhaven. Okay, yeah, they just completely shifted. It's almost like they set him out. Just
that was a sting operation.
Yeah, Lingsa was bait.
It was. Molly, I think Molly was the bait there because he was dived upon and then just waited out the 1.75 seconds, instantly bionated himself, and yeah, the rest of it was the see there was a Molly sting operation. They found the Molly production plant.
Yep. Well, what a turnaround for the Valiant. Dynasty though, still a good amount of time to work with. There's the coach gun, quick little tap in the head for Smurf. Some fancy shooting being shown off here by Eichenwalde, but there's the EMP, and instantly Langsa evaporates. Sashin staying alive for now, at half HP. Nearly has the grab, but now Molly will fall. Sashin goes down shortly thereafter. Smurf to clean up, 2 kills for him in the Primal Rage. Nicely executed this time around here from the side of the Dynasty. Imagine we'll get them damn close to the cap.
So the hack icon overrides the Nano icon, so again I have no idea who got Nano there, but somebody received the Nano on the Valiant. Seoul making that final
Sure.
ravel coming through now.
Maybe it went to Langza and then he just died so quickly. Oh, Bob going to be woken up all the same. Grab now, invest in Smurf, going to be the first one to get dropped. Vinheim falling shortly thereafter. Good return here from the side of the Valiant. Just making sure they can't get that cap. Cleanup will be there. They lose 2, but Dynasty can't really stay in this position. Come on,
Sasha's
you can do it,
trying to
Sasha.
jump
I
up
believe
to
in
the high
you.
ground, but
I believe in him.
I think you can do it with 2. If you right-click in the air and then time both the right-clicks together, you can do it for sure.
I would think
That's
that if
some
he's
hardcore
trying,
Zarya tech.
perhaps you could do it with 1. Sasha should be
don't know.
well enough first to know what is and is not possible. Either way, Fitz, there's the dive. Just consistently looking for Easy Han. This time it does work out for them. They find the kill, the rally rolling from Langs.
Oh,
the
that's a
Anti
big
goes
fire.
out onto him and Molly. In the bubble, Sasha can only offer up 1. Goes to Molly, Langs, or rather goes to Langs and Molly does end up getting dropped. Now they're looking for the cleanup. There's too much pressure being applied. Sasha crumbling under it. The cart will continue to advance once more. Looks like it's going to be another minute and a half added to the time bank here for the Dynasty as they look for the 3-0 closeout.
Just the cap. Another sick buyer as
There it
well
is.
into Beck and Easy Han this time. They just can't do anything to really affect this point. I think it actually, here's the funny thing, I think the cleanse actually did go into Molly, but he just died through it anyway. Because Linksa was rallying, right, so he rallied through the anti, whereas Molly, I don't know, despite the bubble, just couldn't survive. EMP will be available now. Fitz already spots backline, he sees both supports. Smurfs, you
Somehow
can see
they
the
don't see
Smurf
him.
in the extremity, he's getting ready to dive. So that's the setup.
Yeah. And the dive will also give him the primal, so he can really have a long stay in that back line.
Fitz will also get the EMP off that damage too, so...
Okay, there's the hack. They look for the kill. Molly,
That's
Goomba
what you
stomped
want.
out of existence, and Fitz makes his casual little exit. 45 HP remaining. His job here is done. Easy Han, however, nice shot. He's managed to take down Prophet. Smurf just looking to try to corral them around the side.
Easy Han.
Fitz ends up dying. They're going to turn the fight. Smurf unable to pop the primal, or maybe just decided to hold it either way. It's definitely the right move as Becky will clean up too. And what starts off as a nicely executed dive onto Molly gets turned on its head once more by the Valiant. They just know how to play around this.
It's another 4v5 win as well. I mean, this time they don't save Molly, but Easy Han frags it. He one taps Prophet, I have to imagine. Kills Fitz, kills everyone, doesn't have to burn the Bob. Valiant survive, and this is what I'm saying though, right? Like, this is going to go to maximum time. Like, I guarantee you, if Seoul wins this map, they'll do it in the OT. Because Valiant will push them that far. Grab's coming on, Nano's coming on. Yeah, this is going to be a big fight. Look how many ultimates for both teams available.
Jumping in yet again, pulse bomb.
Bubbled.
Going to be bubbled off, I
Molly
believe.
saved.
Yes, Sasha, I think, saving his life now. The nano coming through. Molly saying, thank you so much for that. Here's a nano boost. Sasha will gratefully take it.
Oh, it's a
The
long
lob
range.
in. He finds both of them, and Molly scoops the kill for the ante. The Valiant are just playing this immaculately.
Oh, and a late death on the Smurf. I love to see that.
Yep.
Or just
Smurf
burn more time.
still
Like
holds
again,
the primal.
I've
Just hasn't been able to use this.
My picture's currently being framed, and if you remember what I said, this is going to go all that you're right now. Everyone's being baited into thinking, "Wow, don't the Valiant look good? Don't they look like they're about to win this map and hold the Seoul Dynasty on C?" Wait till the OT. I promise you, this goes to OT, and then Valiant just in the final moments somehow soul cap. It'll happen. Yeah,
Okay, let's try it
Link's
again.
to respond.
Okay. Does survive. Sasha, however, does not. Everybody exiting off the backside of the truck. Sasha up front ends up falling. A good pick to be found, but Becky answers back. It's going to be Vinheim out of the fight. Smurf, once more, diving forward. Still holding on to the primal. Still trying to find time to utilize this one. But Fitz just gets gunned down from behind. It's the most casual kill I've ever seen from Becky. He just walks right at him. And Smurf again says, okay, I need to exit. I need to hold on to the ult because this is not the fight. We've lost too many members. He's trying to hold the Mega Room as they wait for everybody else to rejoin. 38
EMP.
seconds remaining
This is how
now.
This actually looks a lot like Eichenwalde, right, where they're about to push on in, the Nano's nearly available. This time the Nano's not quite there before the EMP, but it's a similar sort of stage. How long can Seoul wait for this one? They're going to have to find the EMP and now also the Nano mid-fight. Prophet can look for a
Gonna be
pulse.
down to the wire. Okay. Pressure being applied here into the back line. Smurf falling lower. The EMP goes through. It manages to find 3. Quick cleanup. It's coming through. Smacking them away. Routing them
Nano's
back
coming
up the
next.
opposite side of the truck. Becky taken down, and there you go.
Okay,
not quite.
right.
Not quite the same picture you were painting. We didn't make it into overtime, but you got damn close. So I'd say a very good effort in your prediction there, Avril. But, again, it is just down to the wire. So close to being held. but the Valiant just cannot stop them. The Dynasty, they just play it patiently. They say, it's fine. We don't need to finish this one with time. We already have the win condition locked in because we started on the defense. They wait until they have all the tools properly aligned. They pull the trigger, and they get the win 3-0. But this is, once more, not a 3-0 that tells the story of this series.
Yeah, it's very much a 3-0. That is not a 3-0 because
no, this
you
felt
have
like a
to really
five-map.
examine. You have to examine those maps again and be like, wait a minute, there's double 99s on first map, and then like full OTs in the rest of the two maps. Well, I mean, maybe the last Seoul push ended up not being an OT. That's the thing I'm most annoyed about Achilleos is that I was this close. I was this damn close, like seconds off from that eventually being realized. So, you know what? I'm gonna frame that picture up and hang it on my wall anyway.
It's just kind of, there's a little scuff mark. You know, the shading wasn't done quite right.
I messed
on
up the
trees
signature.
in this one little section.
I was trying to signature at the end, and then I just kind of messed it up. Like, damn it, the last stroke was just not good, but the rest of it was good.
Yeah, I mean, it was a good series, and one that I'm grateful for, because oftentimes when you see a team that's on the upper echelon and a team that's 14-4, you say, okay, this isn't going to be as nearly as exciting, but no, in APAC, it always delivers, baby. That's right. A great match here between the two, but let's go ahead and give our player of the match out. This one is going to be going not to Prophet, who oftentimes is the guy who's soaking him up, but to Smurf, who is holding things down to the front line consistently.
That's right. Here in the Overwatch League, we celebrate tanks. And I think especially that last map was very, like, I mean, it was pretty good from Smurf all the way around, but really to me, like, when I was starting to go like, wow, damn, Smurf is doing some really cool stuff. Just playing LOS on that C point as the Winston, setting up dives, like, how cool were all the dives that he set up with Fitz and Prophet, mainly with Fitz. You know, you see the hack coming on in, and then boom, Smurf just arrives on time. Like, it was just so good to see. Eichenwalde as well, some really sick plays. Well supported. I gotta say, Eris has been integrated quite nicely. Like, there were some very specific moments during the course of the series today where I was like, dude, Eris is pocketing quite brilliantly. He's not missing any of these Ana shots. Had a couple of critical sleep darts in there. Like, he had the sleep onto, I think, Eichenwalde when he got nanoed or something like that. Eris had the sleep. So, yeah. Great team effort, led by Smurf, and a deserved player of the match.
Continues to excel, especially when it comes down to that Winston play. I mean, the guy's movement and just timing and whatnot is just impeccable. So many times, especially on that last stretch of Route 66, a lesser Winston would have just popped that Primal Rage, ended up wasting it. Smurf knows that it's not the fight. He knows that he needs to hold it, and he's got the wherewithal, and he's got the knowledge to just go ahead and say, you know what, it's not the time. It's not the right time. It's not the right time. Holds on to it, and then in the end manages to find an immense amount of value from it. So, well-deserved player of the match there from the side of Smurf, but still, I think a call for praise on the side of the Valiant, as well as maybe a slight call for concern for the Dynasty coming into this last tournament of the year ahead of the playoffs, because the Valiant, looking so much better than we could have ever anticipated. The cohesion, the comms, clearly were widely very, very good from them, better than I think we've seen from them all season long. Whereas it felt like there was a little bit of disjointedness from the side of the Dynasty.
Right. You know what, though? Unfortunately, I'm going to crush all that by saying that it actually makes no difference for Seoul, because at this point, they're so far ahead in points, they could literally lose every single match for the entirety of the stage and just auto-qualify for playoffs. There's no tournament for Countdown Cup. We just go to the play-ins in the playoffs. Sure. And Seoul skip play-ins. They have 20 points. The next guy down is Spark at 12. Seoul are ahead by 8 points, which means if they go 0-6, Spark still can't catch up. So Seoul, at this point, I don't know, they can literally just go on vacation and just chill out. I don't know, they're that far ahead. But otherwise, yeah, I think it's maybe a little concerning that Valiant playing them close. I'm actually going to chalk that up to Valiant being impressive, rather than that being too many sirens for the Seoul Dynasty.
All right. Well, ever the optimist there for the side of the Dynasty, and you're right. You know, the road is already paved for them. They just have to trek along at whatever leisurely pace they decide. But something tells me, knowing these players, knowing the org as well, they're not going to settle for just sitting back and resting on the points that they've already accrued. They want more points, even if it doesn't mean a damn thing in the end. But yeah, I'm hoping that this is not just a flash in the pan here for the side of Valiant. Don't give us that Chengdu treatment. Don't just look really good at the start of this stage. Continue it. Continue to improve and build upon what we saw here today. If they can do that, then they're definitely going to be a threat here during the Countdown Cup qualifiers. But all the same, it's time for us to stop talking. It's time for us to go ahead and end the evening. It's been a wonderful little evening, though. 3-1 for our first series, a 3-0. Again, that does not tell the story in our second one, but that does it for us tonight, so we must bid you all adieu. But we will see you all again tomorrow alongside Trid and Vicky Kitty, bringing you guys the action for a 3-match day Saturday. It's going to be action-packed, so make sure you guys tune in. Same place, same time.